for not only my skin but also my double chin. But I don't actually recommend it as much. Botox is something I'm very much up for. It was the psychological aspect that kept me binge eating. Do you see a spot, which is plastic surgery? Hey guys, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel. Alright guys, for today's video, I'm going to be talking about all of the procedures and work I've gotten. So, okay, I didn't get that many procedures, but I know a lot of you guys, I love my Subies, have been noticing that I've been going through quite a transformation. A glow up, if you will. And you guys were so sweet to leave all those comments saying, oh look Sue, you're like glowing. And I even had a comment when I made the appearance on my friend Adam's channel, and someone was like, I almost didn't recognize it was you, Sue. So I thought I would tell you guys all of the things that I did to go from this to this. Yes, quite a transformation, isn't it? So I'm talking about from skin procedures to plastic surgery to small life habits, just everything. The good news is that the majority of the things I'm going to talk about today are non-invasive but very effective. And also because these are non-invasive and just like smaller things, no one's really going to be able to put their finger on exactly what you did. So they're all just going to go like, you look fantastic. I don't know what it is, but you look different, but in good ways. Also, if you guys are more interested in these kinds of videos, let me know in the comments down below and I'll come up with more of these. And without further ado, let's get this video started. Chop, chop. First, if you guys are dead serious on transforming yourself and you're ready to step up to that next level, become the best version, I need you guys to go and watch this video or this video. I've been doing YouTube for 10 years and I still get it confused, but this is a video that I shot at the onset, the beginning stages of my glow up journey. I talk about the importance of the mindset, how the change in your mindset has to come first. The belief that you are ready for that change, you are ready to change because you truly believe that you deserve all the best things in life and you're just ready to become the best version of yourself. So I think this mindset is so important because this mindset is going to be the foundation of all these changes that you're gonna do, because this glow up journey, it's not something that can happen overnight. It's more like a marathon, and all of the changes in the outer appearance is just a result of that change of your mindset. I'm someone who truly believes in that glow from within, and you know those people who just seem to radiate an aura, and there's something about their energy that just makes them so attractive and so appealing. That's what I'm trying to go for here, guys, because I feel like those people, I'm just attracted to them like a moth to a flame. You do you, but I feel like if your goal is just to make that quick physical change and appearance, you're eventually going to end up finding other places that you're going to want to change. So please remember that all the transformation comes and starts from within. So make sure to watch that video. But now let's really get into the details on all of the works I've done. First, let's talk about the juiciest topic, skin and facial treatments. I definitely think that compared to my peer skincare and beauty influencers, I actually haven't gotten that many treatments, but my interest has grown over the past few years, especially as I've entered my 30s, and I thought it would be great to share with you guys my opinion on which treatments I think are worth it and which treatments are not. First, the treatment that I absolutely love and I think it's worth getting is Ulthera or Ultherapy. I've actually gotten it twice now, so once 2 years ago and then once this year, and I definitely am thinking of getting it just once every single year. But Ultratherapy is basically a treatment where they send these ultrasound waves to the deeper tissues of your skin, and it heats it up, and so it helps with the tightness and the elasticity. It also helps with collagen production, so it's basically a very good treatment to help your skin look snatched. Just basically think of the concept as kind of like deep frying bacon, and you know how it shrivels up, and I know it's not the most ideal image, but you know, as the bacon shrivels up, it kind of like tightens. That's the whole concept, and you can get it on your face and your neck as well. And this is a treatment that I've been noticing has been working great for not only my skin but also my double chin. This little pooch right here, and it works fantastically. Especially the effects of Ultherapy is a lot more visible if you go on a weight loss journey together in conjunction, and I did that this year. But you can see how my face looks snatched, and I remember Yunyani, she was like, Sue, like you look so different, like it looks like your skin skin literally got like your face got a suction in like the best possible way. So actually a lot of celebrities and K-pop idols get this treatment and it is expensive, I'm not going to lie, but I do think it's worth it, especially just because of the nature of what I do as my job. You know, I'm in front of the camera. If you're looking for a good, well-aging treatment where it's going to help lift everything up, Othera is something that I do recommend you guys to look into. It is painful. Now, the 2 times that I've gotten it, I was just like, knock me out, please. I don't want to feel any pain because I'm such a wuss. So I can't tell you how painful it is, but I've heard bad things about it. Like, I've heard so many instances where people are like, they'll get it without the anesthesia, and like halfway they're like, can you stop? Like, I can't take it anymore. And so, like, just because they got it only in the half of their faces, like, you can tell like their half, like this side has been lifted and then the other's kind of like not as snatched. So it is painful, just letting you guys know. Next procedure that I'm going to talk about is 리주란, and it's basically a procedure where you get injectables of the salmon DNA, and this is an amazing treatment for skin rejuvenation. It helps with also your skin barrier to help with redness and irritation and dryness, and the effects is really good. I've gotten it twice, and after you get it, your skin looks so glowy. It looks fantastic, and it's like, oh my gosh, it looks like you've just went on a vacation of a month without any worries of, I don't know, bills, having to pay bills, no stress, you know, no toxic guys to stress you out. So it basically gives you that glow that we all want, and the effects are amazing. However, I don't actually recommend it as much as I would recommend like therapy, because the effects actually don't last too long. I say best about 2 weeks, and so it hurts, and it's not to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, please put me through anesthesia. No, like they put a numbing cream and it's okay, the pain is bearable, but just like the time and the money, it does hurt a little bit, so it doesn't seem worth it. But if you have maybe like it's your wedding or you have a special event, then it's a procedure that I do think it's nice to get for that event because of the effects. But otherwise, not too much. Now, on the other hand, Botox is something I'm very much up for. I do get it once in a while, especially on this area right here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my right eyebrow muscle is pretty strong. So I get it on this area to prevent any creasing between my brows and to prevent any forehead wrinkles. So Botox is something I do get on the regular. Maybe I get it like once a year or something like that. I don't get it too many times, but just whenever I feel like, oh, it's time to get it, and I see, yeah, I think it's almost time to get one. Now, fillers, on the other hand, is something that I've never gotten, even though someone like on TikTok, she was like, did you get fillers under your eyes? I'm like, no, these are called eye bags. So, which leads me to the next topic. I also want to talk about a treatment that I wanted to get, and I think I might get it in maybe 5 years' time, which is called fat reposition or distribution under the eyes. In Korea, it's called 눈밑 지방 재배치. What they do is that with the fat that's underneath the eyes, they redistribute it so that your eye bags aren't as prominent. And once again, a lot of celebrities have gotten this, and I think I'll benefit so much from that treatment just because these bags make me look so freaking tired, even though I'm not tired. And sometimes when I am actually tired, they protrude like crazy, and I just don't feel sexy in it. I don't feel confident, and I know this is something that when other people see, they're like, Sue, it's barely noticeable, but I just want it for myself. Last but not least, a treatment that I also did get recently are these fat injections. I got them in my arm and my belly. A fat injection is where they inject a solution that will dissolve the fat in the desired area. And I got them earlier this year, and honestly, I don't think they made any difference. Even though a lot of like K-pop idols, you probably have seen like photos where they get bruises and stuff. Yes, that's what I got. But honestly, I didn't really see any change. And I personally think just exercise and watch out for your diet. I think that makes a bigger difference than getting these injectables. So I don't recommend it. But yeah, that's it for all of these skin treatments and like the body treatments that I've gotten. Now let's move on to another aspect that I think helped so much for me in this transformation globe, and it's not invasive and anyone can do it. It's for free, which is personal styling. So it started out from getting your personal color analyzed, which is now famous, I believe, globally. And that has spread to everything else, from your hair to your facial structure to your body structure. So in Korea, everyone's getting their everything analyzed. And I think this is great because you can really kind of study yourself and see what suits you, and then you can, venture out. If you maybe don't like that anyways, you can do whatever you want. But I think it was so helpful for me. So let's first talk about personal hair, because when I look back on my photos, apart from my eyes, which I did get them done, one of the most noticeable thing I notice about myself is my hair. This gives the biggest difference in the most subtle way, which is like the best thing ever, right? We don't want people to be like, oh, she's got that done, that done. No, we want people to be like, she's changed, but I don't know what it is, I did find an amazing hairstylist. I'll link her. I don't know if she's English friendly, but she is the best hairstylist I've gotten, just because she knows how to style your hair in a way that suits your face and your facial structures. And to elaborate on what's different about my hair now is that I've been making so much use of these baby hairs or these wispy hairs. So if you look at my photos in the past, you'll notice that there's no baby hairs at all. I just put everything back. It's very like clean cut. But I realized that with my facial structures and my complexion, I don't suit that kind of hairstyle at all. It just makes me look even more, I don't know, flat. Like it doesn't flatter my complexion, whereas these kinds of details really do make a difference, and it really does give off that demure aura as well. Also, another thing that I did differently about my hair is dye it back to my original hair color, which is black. So for the longest time, I thought I was warm-toned, and I'll get into that later too. So that's why I had my hair brown for the longest time, for like 3-4 years. When I got my personal color analyzed, my friend was like, "Onni, you're not warm-toned." It turns out I'm somewhere in between. So black hair suits me a lot better. That's why I've returned to my original hair color. And also, because I'm not like a complete warm tone nor complete cool tone, and I'm like somewhere in between, my friend who analyzed my personal color for me, she said, "Onni, what's more important to you is the intensity or the saturation of the colors. It's not about what color, it's about how saturated they are." So it turns out for me, the pastel and the softer colors look way better on me. So I'm talking about pastel like baby blues, soft pinks, lilac, cream color. And these are the colors that suit me, versus the colors that don't suit me are like stark oranges, like vibrant red. Those are the colors that don't really flatter my complexion. Also, another thing that my friend told me, she told me that for my kind of body structure and shape, the soft flowing materials are the materials that I should go for when picking out clothing, as opposed to like really stiff, like harsh, I guess, should I say, materials like denim or leather. Instead of those, I should go for like blouses or like, I don't know, soft cardigans or stuff like that, which is great. So there are a lot of channels on YouTube where like this, you can really see what kind of, that help you analyze what type of body shape you have or what kind of outfits will flatter you. And this is literally free, so make sure to check them out. Another change is of course losing weight, or should I say getting more fit, because I actually didn't lose too much weight in terms of numbers. I must have messed up there because the numbers are surprisingly stagnant. I thought I lost more, but anyways, it's not important. What is important is that I got more fit, and you can definitely see the change in the before and after photos. And I think what happened here is I gained more muscle mass. Yay! If you guys are an OG, you guys know I've always had that journey with, body image, weight loss, gaining back the weight, blah, 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 blah. And so I've always had that journey. I've always been on that journey. But there are two things I did differently that has made the world of a difference. I'm gonna share that with you guys. So first, intentional workout. So before, I think I used to just blindly do cardio, because what I knew then was, I had to be skinny and I had to be thin, and like the way to get that is just do cardio, just go on the running treadmill machine. But now that I'm more educated and I know what I want in terms of my body, which is getting more muscle mass and getting more stamina and getting more energy for myself because I'm so tired all the time. But anyways, so that's my goal. And so now what I do is I do different workouts for different purposes. So first, Pilates. I do it once or twice a week. And I do it for, I guess, treatment purposes, for my neck and back problems, for my posture, to realign and to regain the balance of my body. And it just helps me with my core. It's a great workout, so I do that. And then I also do weight training. So I registered at another gym for some personal training. And I told my trainer, like, hey, I want more muscles, make me look built, give me that muscle. So that's what I've been working on, and this is for muscle mass gain. I've been loving it. I actually went to the gym yesterday and I went to the gym this morning and my booty looks great, which I never used to have. I swear, seriously, anytime that I get sick or ill and I have to put a pause on working out, my ass is the first thing to disappear, and I'm not very happy about that. Third is F45, which is an intense 45 minutes of cardio, and I do this when I kind of want to shed some water weight and I want to depuff and get rid of any bloating, and I just don't want to work out by myself. F45 is a great workout because you can do it in a group, and so you're not miserable, you're not suffocating by yourself. Running outside is something that I do to increase my endurance strength and for cardio, but it's also something that I find very therapeutic. I especially love running outside in the Han River. It's a wonderful way for me to de-stress as well. To be honest, it's too hot right now for me to do any of that, so I gotta wait a little bit more till it cools down and I can go out running. So like this, I'm a lot more efficient and smarter about my workouts, and instead of wondering, oh, why aren't I getting more leaner just by doing cardio? No, if you want to be lean in the sense that you have those, you know, nice muscles, but you're still slim, you have to do all of these kind of in conjunction. You can't just blindly do cardio like I used to and expect for yourself to look like, I don't know, Lara Croft, like Angelina Jolie. Also, another thing, this was more of a moment of realization that has really helped me in this dieting, struggling journey of mine, which is rebuilding my relationship with food. So if I've always fluctuated my weight, I've always gained it back, I've always lost it, and I was just so sick of it. I was just like, oh my gosh, when is this gonna stop? I was just so sick of feeling lousy about gaining weight, and then I was stressed out about having to lose it, and I was just like, okay, let's get down to the bottom of it. What is the cause of this? So what I did was I really analyzed my eating habits. I just observed my patterns, and what I realized is that I'm actually not the big foodie that I thought myself to be. I realized that I view food as a comfort to my problems and a release to my anxiety and stress. Because I realized that there are so many times when I would order delivery food, like Postmates. In Korea, we have 배달의 민족, 배민, and I would order it because I'm so stressed. When I order it, for that short moment, I feel like a release, like I feel comfort. But when I actually get the food, I realize that I don't even want it anymore. But because I ordered it, I force myself to eat it, which is really not healthy. Or I just chuck it in the fridge, which kind of defeats the purpose of delivering food if you're not gonna eat it. So this was such a moment of epiphany for me. It was the psychological aspect that kept me binge eating and that kept me eating more than I wanted to. Yeah, that was because I was attached to food in a very emotional way. So nowadays, I tell myself, you actually don't want to eat that, you're actually just stressed. Because of this, my eating habits are much healthier. I feel like I have rebuilt my relationship with food, which is such a relief, seriously. Last but not least, the juiciest part, which is plastic surgery. Yes, I did get my eyes done. That's probably one of the biggest difference that you'll notice in my before and after photos. I did get them done around June last year, and I got a double eyelid surgery. I did have double eyelids before, but they were kind of uneven and they were kind of not very, I guess, defined as I wanted them to be. So that's one of the reasons why I got them. I wanted them to be more defined. I actually got my eye surgery also to treat my ptosis. Is that how you pronounce pronounce it, but it's basically a condition where like the muscles in your eyelids are weak, so it lacks the strength to help you open up your eyes. And because of that, my eyes always felt tired. I was getting headaches, and I just wanted to lie down all the time, which is still true, but I don't get the headaches anymore, and I don't have much difficulties like opening up my eyes. So I'm really glad I got it. Honestly, the surgery itself didn't feel like a big a deal for me, just because when I was getting the consultation with the doctor, I was like, please don't do too much. Don't change the shape of my eyes too much, because I generally like the aura and the vibe that my facial structures and my eyes gave off, and I didn't want to do anything that would disrupt that. He actually wanted to do a bigger change, but I was just like, no sir, that's not what I want. But now that I look back at my photos, like even the smallest change to my eyes, like there is a big difference. So that was kind of fun to see. But I'm very happy with my eyes right now. I don't get any headaches and they look more defined. I look more awake. But please remember, just because I did get the plastic surgery does not mean you have to. Absolutely not. And please, if you do want to, consider it a billion times, consult with 100 doctors and make sure that you really want it for yourself. I definitely wanted this for myself, and everyone else was like, oh, you don't need it. And I was like, but I want it for myself, and yeah. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you guys find these little tips helpful. Of course, apart from, the last plastic surgery, most of these are non-invasive, and some of these tips you don't even need to pay. They don't cost any dinero. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, make sure to let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next. Ciao! Mwah.